You know, so if you're a good writer, you can write a book. Like she's going to do a lot of good doing that. And she's got a lot of testimonies from TIs. And so that's a contribution that she's making, even though that she's going through so much pain. You know, on Neil's call last night, I was just, I mean, they were hitting me in the head and the neck so hard, and you know, I really didn't get as involved as I should. I kind of just, I listened to the call. Well, but the night before, you know, I'd moderated a call and everything. But I was really, I think a lot of people, you know, even if you're really hurt and you don't feel like talking, please get on those conference calls and just, you know, listen to other people's ideas. You know, it can really comfort you. I do that a lot. You know, I really didn't have anything great to add at the time. But, you know, I was listening to Neil's good ideas, and, you know, him and another, TI, and I can never remember his name, so he must be important. I can never remember his name. But they have the schematics. Gosh, Spencer. Spencer, and I think that he would want me to give his full name out, because he has a Twitter account, so please look him up. Bigger Than Snowden, Spencer Carter. He would want me to give his full name out. He has a Twitter account that he talks about this a lot on, biggerthansnowden.com. He runs that, I think, or he's involved in that somehow. He's got the schematics for, and he just has a lot of awesome information. He's a very brilliant TI. Neil's a very brilliant TI. All these people that I'm talking about are really smart. But him and Neil are going to get together. You know, they've got the schematics for, you know, a V2K device. So they're going to actually start building that so they can show people. And it'll be like this audio spotlight project. We can show people how this works so that they're not just like, I don't know what you're talking about. If we show them that it, you know, how it works, then they can realize what we're being hit with all the time. You know, brilliant guys working on this stuff. So there's a lot of hope, and you know, so please get on those conference calls. I'm gonna maybe start a conference call, and I'll give y'all information. I just gotta find the right time. But please join Linda's call. We're gonna do it it's gonna be 9:30 in the morning, California time, 11:30 Central time. So kind of based on that, find out what time you need to get on there, and find out ways that we can motivate ourselves in the mornings, you know, to get work done, to think of ideas. We'll be thinking of ideas, trying to stay upbeat, trying to get each other to stay upbeat. But that's going to be a great idea. And I'll go ahead, I'll post that number in the pin number. And I think I'm going to have one pin number, you know, for my calls. I think I've already got it. But I'm going to plan a call in the time period. More people are going to be making calls and doing it. You know, everybody's hanging in there. We're all kind of tired, though. It takes a lot out of you, or at least that's, you know, I'm tired, so I guess I say everybody is. I've been kind of beat to death with this stuff. Yesterday I went and I gotta go to PAX. PAX is Derek's organization. You can join. You can become a member of PAX, or get. There's a lot of ebooks and documents, government documents, legislation, articles, resources, tons of resources. You can just put in PACTS and then space target individual to find the website. I can't remember the whole website name, but I'll also put that. I think I'm going to focus on putting the audio spotlight. You can go to Kyle TI, and I have posted the audio spotlight project, but I think I'm going to focus on posting that so I don't overwhelm with websites. But PAX International, you can find it by just putting in PAX, PACTS, and then space target individual. You can get a lot of resources, ebooks, you know, legislation, everything like that. You know, Derek is working on a lot of ideas. You know, he had a great idea to, you know, the organizations like ASPCA and, well, he wasn't saying ASPCA, but he was saying like Human Rights Organization, the ACLU, He thinks that we need to go ahead and maybe get involved with those, at the angle of just getting involved with them in their work, and then kind of, meet people in those organizations. I think feminist rights activists groups, ACLU, ASPCA, he thinks we should, go and work for them on their stuff, make contacts, network out, make connections, and then when you know who does what, you tell them about, our idea. I also believe that we should take the other angle of just, contacting them directly, even if we aren't working for them a while. We should do that about calling them. I have an idea, and you guys give me feedback on this, and I'm going to talk about it a lot to people on the call. What I want to do is set up every day of the week something for TIs to do, and we just do it every week. We just do it the same day. My idea, and y'all can expand on this or give me ideas, and I'm going to get some people on the calls to expand, is that Monday, we call every TI, call the FCC, and make a complaint about this and tell them the situation about how, as target individuals, our attackers are hacking into our computers, and they're using wireless signals, electromagnetic frequencies, to attack our bodies and hurt our minds. We go ahead and file a complaint with the FCC every Monday, and this could change. Like, the ideas could change for the idea, but then Tuesday, we all call the Department of Justice. Every TI calls the Department of Justice. Then Wednesday, every TI calls the senators for their state. Every TI on Wednesday, every TI that we can get the news to about this project. Then Thursday, every TI would call, their representatives, every representative for their state on Tuesday. That's the one thing you need to do on Thursday. Then Friday, every TI call the FBI, and make a complaint. Then Saturday, have every TI, call somewhere else, or, write a letter or something to somewhere. And then, Sunday, every TI, write a letter or call somewhere. Now, the actions that we take, or if we call somebody or do something else, that can change in the idea. But to have something that we're doing, like the most important things that we could do to get this recorded, and then do it every week, have that set plan for one thing a day every week, and we just do it every week, and then more people will learn about it, and more people will start doing it on those days as we go along. So you guys tell me what you think about that idea. I'm going to try and kind of start acting upon it, and just give the FCC a call every Monday. I guess I'm going to call them today. I'm going to call the FCC today and make a complaint. I don't know if I'll get this video up. Got a bug on me. I don't know if I'm going to get this video up by the end of today. But y'all know what I'm saying for the idea. Some good ideas, something to do. I think it would be mass callings to these organizations, because these calls are recorded, for the FCC complaints, and for the Department of Justice, for senators and representatives. They're recorded, so they might not act right away, but if we just keep doing it, and we just keep doing it every week on the same day, it'll build up traction. Then eventually, maybe 2 months from now, we'll have so many TIs doing the same thing every day, that somebody will take notice, and these things will be recorded and put on the record. So we have to build up those things, even if we're not going to get them to be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to stop it immediately. We have to get these complaints on the record, filings on the record, even if they're not going to be responded to. So eventually we can just make complaints, and they'll immediately react to them. Court cases have been won by TIs. I've heard of many TIs winning settlements from the state. If their targeting really stopped or didn't stop, I don't know. But there have been court cases won. There are ways to do this. The more we build awareness up and keep getting these things on record, the bigger chance we can have of having a big court case go through, or developing a class action suit, for the Supreme Court. and I have a bunch of things that I printed out. I was going to kind of go through them, but just go to PAX International, but just put in like PAX and then target individual, and you can get a lot of information from PAX. Like, so Robert Duncan writes wrote a little, he's written 2 books or 3 books on it now, but he wrote the Executive Summary, Neuropsychological and Electronic No-Touch Torture Report. And this was based on the torture memos and the Senate Intelligence Committee's declassified torture report by Robert Duncan, AB, SM, MBA, and PhD. And that was, let's see, I think March 2015. So it's stuff like that, documents like that. There's a Freedom of Information where the Department of the Army, United States Army Intelligence and Security Command, released, they released bioeffects of selected non-lethal weapons, like a bunch of reports on this that they had. So there's lots of legal documents and legislation from each state. There's legislation from Michigan, so please go to the PAX website. I want to really tout that. Derek has done a great job, and they're doing more things, and I'm going to get involved way more with them. I'm already kind of involved in the conference calls tonight, trying to help Derek with ideas and getting more help from him, actually. Letting him, I think I want to go ahead and get him to post my my videos where people can go to get to see my videos on YouTube, on Facebook. Kyle TI is my Facebook page, and I might go ahead, guys. I'm going to really think about this week, and I'll probably make a change by the end of this week. I'm going to change my YouTube handle, because it doesn't have anything to do with targeted individuals or gang stalking. Even though I agree with a lot of you guys on this, I don't like those words. Those are the words that people are looking up. So I see that that's the easiest way to get people aware about this topic. So I'm going to try and put something probably with targeted individual in it, or targeted, some word that when people look it up, that algorithm's going to bring them more to my videos. And I know I've got faithful subscribers, and I just want to thank you so much. I read all y'all's comments. I'm really trying to just kind of crawl through the mud and the muck right now, but I try and respond as much as I can. I do read everything. It's just I don't always have I'm like doing something else while I'm doing that. Y'all, I think y'all understand that. But I'm gonna really try better. I'm gonna really try to answer those comments better, and I still want to do a comment video. I do. Okay, I wanted to say something about a certain tactic that stalkers take that's very, very scary. And one of my commenters, one of my TI friends commented about this. She said that when she was watching videos about my vehicular stalking, and they do vehicular stalk me. They get pest control trucks to caravan me. They'll do that, like one day it'll just be all pest control cars coming by me, or a couple of days. She said when she watched a video where I was showing all these pest control cars, vehicular stalking me, and these people get grants. They get grants for patrolling with DHS Fusion Centers. So that's how they get all these cars to do this stuff, because they're patrolling all over the city. They're doing this to a lot of other target individuals. So people just don't know that this is connected to also a directed energy weapons program, where they're hurting these people, making them look crazy, and then putting them out on the street for people, these cars who are getting grants in connection with DHS Fusion Centers to, swarm us so that we'll react or something like that. Now, she said that she had seen a video where, I was talking about this, and I was showing it on film where they were doing it. And then that week,